So this is actually another example of Carlisle just says stuff and everybody goes along with it. Everybody meaning the Cullens. Because the thing is, Esme doesn't actually have an official gift. But what you're referring to, you're not wrong, is this theory that Carlisle has that everybody who becomes a vampire brings something of their human self and it becomes enhanced when they're a vampire. But this theory is literally just a theory by Carlisle, and all the traits that he's assigned everybody with. Like, this isn't like confirmed canon or anything. Edward says, Carlisle has a theory. He believes we all bring something of our strongest human traits with us into the next life. They're intensified like our minds and our senses. He thinks that I must have already been sensitive to the thoughts of those around me. Now, you know that I don't subscribe to that theory because I don't find Edward to be observant or perceptive in the very least. I personally believe that Edward can read minds because he was nosy, like the Gemini man that he is, and he believes that Alice had some precognition wherever she was. Now, we do know that that one is true. Now, this part is Edward theorizing, and he's talking about how he thinks Carlisle brought his compassion. I wouldn't call it that exactly. Esme brought her ability to love passionately. Emmett brought his strength. Rosalie, well, Rose had brought her beauty, but that seemed less than a tactful answer. So he says her tenacity. Now, to be fair, I don't think that Carlisle is far off with this theory. I think that's probably true. It's just, I don't necessarily think that, like, it's Esme's ability to love passionately. Or I think that, like, the motherly thing, like, there is something to that. But like I always say, these vampires are predators, and I think that anything that develops as an ability or a gift or an enhanced trait as a vampire serves to be predatory or protective for them. Because, like, if we think about it, like you're pointing out in your comment and I was talking about in that video, Esme really does not care about humans. None of the Cullens do. She's polite, she's gracious, right? But she's not particularly caring towards humans or altruistic. She mostly cares about Carlisle and Edward, and I think that motherly thing serves to be manipulative. Even if she doesn't use it that way, that's why I would say it exists. But also remember, like, Carlisle just says stuff. Like, he always has these theories. Like, he also theorized that Alice can't see the wolves because of their unpredictable nature, which, you know, I don't like that. So I don't take everything that Carlisle says as law, but I do think there's something to this, just maybe not the way he said.